My name is Chayla McIntyre, and my father is Billy McIntyre.
My name is Del Marie Hines. My father is Reverend Dr. Samuel George Hines.
My name is James Murphy Jr. My dad's name is James Murphy Sr.
My name is Caitlin Brown, and my father, his name is Damian Brown.
My name is Harold Blackwell, and my father's name was Robert Eugene Blackwell.
What's up, everyone? I am Joshua Moore. My father's name is officially Pastor Anthony Earl Moore. Big Earl.
My dad is fantastic. He's a superhero. He's a workaholic, and I am just like him. He's been working for all of his life, almost 60 years. And he's a really great dad, and I'm glad to be his favorite and only child.
My dad is an awesome person. It's like one of those things where, like, when you're growing up and you get disciplined, you're like, you know, you have that phase where you go through, like, oh my God, my dad don't like me. And you just live through that moment in life. But as I'm older now and I'm going through those life lessons that he tried to teach me as a kid, I see how just awesome my dad was, because he was teaching me even at 8, 9, 10, stuff that he knew that I would need when I was 30 years old. And being 38 today and just looking back on each and every lesson that he was able to teach me showed me now as an adult that my dad was a rock star.
My father, he's a lot of things, and they're good. He has his good moments, he has his bad moments. He's hilarious. He's really caring, and like he's really caring, and he'll get on you about the little things, but you know how much he loves you at the end of the day.
My father was a World War II veteran. He served this country in World War II from the time he was 18 until he was 21. He was very accomplished in his military career. Following that, he came back to Plattsburgh, Virginia, and he married my mom, and I was born. And I was with him for the next 30 years of my life after birth.
My dad was a Jamaican, born and raised in Jamaica, immigrated here to the US. He was a minister, a mentor, a preacher, a pastor, a friend, an uncle, grandfather. He was an all-around wonderful man.
Man, my dad is, he's a character, but he knows how to reserve that. But he's a very methodical thinker. He's a grizzly bear at times, like, you know, light on his feet. But, you know, you do something wrong, you know, the grizzly, you know, I got the saying, the grizzly will come out, you know, you saw the grizzly, so that's his stern side. But, you know, my dad all around, he's a cool guy, laid back.
One of my favorite moments with my dad is when I was in middle school going into high school. We used to do Monday date night, just me and him. He would always come and pick me up, and we'd go hang out, just us, and I'd get to do whatever I wanted. And normally he would fall asleep after we ate, but I always had a great time because I felt like he put me first on Mondays.
When I was 30 and he was dealing with cancer, and I asked him, I said, Pops, I said, you know, I said, it seems like your life is going to be kind of cut short here. And he said, well, he said, the world doesn't owe me anything. And he said, but, you know, he says, I've been looking at you as you have handled your life and you've gone through, you know, your relationship with your wife. He said, you do what a man's supposed to do. You take care of your family, you go and you make sure they have what they need. He said, but you're a bit too serious. He said, you need to take life one day at a time and do the best you can every day. And so those are the things that I remember most about my dad.
Whenever we usually, like, sometimes it's just because there's 7 of us in the house, and we would, like, sometimes during the day when both of our parents are off, we would have like these family dinners, and then we would sit down and then we'd make jokes. and we just be ourselves, and it's a very fun and hilarious experience.
My dad taught me love of family, to be dedicated to our family. My father definitely taught me that pursuing intimacy with God was one of the best things I could go after. My father believed in excellence, be it in education, be it in what you were wearing, be it in how you carry yourself. Anything you did, whatever you turned in at school or at work, should be excellent. And he made it feel like excellence was really our form of protest against racism. We were excellent, and that's how we rolled with it. You know, he made love the primary thing in our family. And every Monday, my parents hosted family night. We did Bible study. We did dinner like it was Thanksgiving every Monday night. The whole family, if you were married and had kids, everybody came over to mom and dad's house. And we just had fun. We studied the Bible, we prayed, and we laughed a lot because we were that kind of family. Joy was primary for us. And that was because of mom and dad, especially dad.
When I was young, I've always had a job, and so does my dad. I think that's a trait that I never remember in my lifetime my dad not working. He always kept a job, and I think that kind of wore off on me because I always made sure that I had a job from 16 to present day. And one thing that my dad always preached or taught was to save money. I would always hear him say it when I was little, but I wasn't saving no money at 15 and 16. I was straight spending. Even if it was just buying snacks, I was spending all my money. And now that I'm older, I'm like, dang, if only I would have started saving at 16, I would see a huge amount of money in my savings account now. But my dad, he was always about saving money. Not necessarily being frugal, but my dad is frugal. He will pull out a coupon in a heartbeat. But I think it was just the fact about saving money that has rested with me as an adult. That was probably one of the strongest life lessons.
I would say some of the lessons that I've learned is how to temper my anger. Seeing him growing up, just seeing how he maneuvered in certain situations, and him, after that, kind of giving me the rundown, was one thing that I learned from him. Something that really stuck with me is forgiveness. We talked a lot about forgiveness. What it means to forgive, the process of forgiving, also going through a phase of forgiving yourself.
I want to say Happy Father's Day to my dad and to all the dads watching today. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to my dad and to all the dads out there.
This is your boy, your favorite, Joshua Moore, wishing all the fathers, and most importantly, my father, Big Earl. Man, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for that. Pastor Moore, Pops, Dad, I love you. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you.
So during this critical time, I would like to wish everybody, all the men of Carolina, Happy Father's Day.
My name's Caitlin Brown, and Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the world. If you're considered to be a great father, a bad one, just do your best, don't give up, and love your kids.